Hello fellow pirates, my name is Desnes and today we're going through the One Piece live action press notes. I'm putting this video out as quickly as I can because I really want to go through all of it and I didn't saw it anywhere, so let's go through it and you can experience it with me. So essentially this is a summary for the press to get informed about the One Piece live action, and somehow it got leaked online. And let's read through the whole thing. It has 31 sites. It's like a PDF document. I can link you a link to the document in the description, of course. Let's start. So here on the first site we see the poster, of course, with the press notes. This one we saw already. Then One Piece as a big logo here. So finally we have the logo in better quality, I guess. And also in association with Tomorrow Studio. Presented by Netflix, and here are key info. Format, 8 times 1 hour episodes, action adventure, based on the manga One Piece by Eiichiro Oda, developed by Matt Owens and Steven Maeda. Matt Owens, Steven Maeda, executive producers, Matt Owens, Steven Maeda, Marty Edelstein, Becky Clements, Chris Simeth, Mark Jobst, Tim Southam, Eiichiro Oda. Producers, directors, production designers, costume designers. Yeah, it's lists all of the people that are involved with, and it's filmed in Cape Town in South Africa. Main cast. That one we know already. Then we have Kobe and Garb is listed as main cast as well. Nice. Okay, so alongside the Straw Hats. Guest and reoccurring cast. Buggy, Kaya, X and Morgan, Gold Roger, Mihawk, Higuma, narrator, Ian McShane. I think that's the first one here. Arlong, Helmeppo, Shanks, Alvida, Kuro, Don Cree. That one we already know of. One Piece releases globally on Netflix August 31st. Yeah, press contact. yeah, I can definitely write to them and ask for interviews and stuff. For additional press materials, please visit media.netflix.com. I think I should be able to look at this myself now I think about it, because I applied for Netflix press thingy and I even got allowed for that, so maybe I got a mail and missed it. Table of contents. So we got the synopsis, episode and credits, description, a letter from Oda, an introduction to One Piece, the world of One Piece, glossary of terms, nice, a conversation with showrunners Matt Owens and Steven Maeda, cast and characters, behind the scenes facts about the making of One Piece, and we already see the swirly text boxes from Oda inspired. So already this look is whole manga comic-esque, so it already get the feeling. Let's interpret this as a new, fresh press person that never heard of One Piece, apparently. Synopsis, and we see Luffy. Wow, that's a really nice picture here. I love it. Based on Japan's highest selling manga series in history by Eiichiro Oda, One Piece is a legendary high seas adventure unlike any other. Monkey D. Luffy is a young adventurer who has longed for a life of freedom since he can remember. Luffy sets off from his small village on a perilous journey to find the legendary fabled treasure, One Piece, to become the king of the pirates. But in order to find the ultimate prize, Luffy will need to assemble the crew he's always wanted before finding a ship to sail. Searching every inch of the vast blue seas, outpacing the marines and outwitting dangerous rivals at every turn. Starring Inaki Godoy as Monkey D. Luffy, Makenyu as Roronoa Zoro, Emily Rudd as Nami, Jacob Romero as Usopp, and Tess Gala as Sanji. Already I like that the font that they're using here is kinda what they use for the translation of the manga. I think that's even the same font I use. Is it Continuing. One Piece is a live-action pirate adventure created in partnership with Shueisha and produced by Tomorrow Studios and Netflix. Matt Owens and Steve Maeda are writers, executive producers, and showrunners. Eiichiro Oda, Marty Edelstein. Yeah, okay. List the cast again. Okay. Big props for the cast here, so yeah. Episode credits and descriptions. Oh, here are the episodes. Okay. Nakama. Okay. Nakama, a spirit of friendship and family among those who share the same destiny. Nakama, a spirit of friendship and family among those who share the same destiny. Nice. So they explain this and use it in the show. Our whole season is set up in 4 2-episodes arcs where we're meeting a new Straw Hat, getting to know them and finding where they fit into the world. It's not only an origin story for how this crew comes together, it's an encapsulation of the idea of found family, a spirit of togetherness and adventure, written by Matt Owens. So these description of the episodes we got already, that's essentially a short synopsis. In episode 1, Romance Dawn, by Mark Jobst, Luffy, an optimistic young pirate with his dreams, finding the One Piece, sets off in search of the loyal crew he needs to navigate through the vast oceans. His journey begins when he helps Kobe, a deckhand forced into servitude. So I really think it begins with Kobe, like I said. Escape an undesirable situation. While in Shellstown, Luffy meets Roronossoro, a famed pirate hunter, and Nami, a master thief. And the three form a tenacious alliance. And then they go with the chest that Nami and Luffy stole, essentially. And on the ship, they open the chest, and in the chest is a trap from Buggy or something else. I guess it's from Buggy. And I really think, and I must emphasize this, I really think we get the flashback of Luffy, like in the anime later, because it would be weird to introduce to 10 or 15 minutes or 20 minutes of young Inaki actor and then switch to a complete another different actor for the same person, you know what I mean? So the actor in the first few minutes must be established for the whole series, and this is of course Inaki Godoy and not his kid's counterpart. So I think they will go like the anime route and go with Luffy and Kobe first before they went into flashbacks and the explanation of the Straw Hat. The Man in the Straw Hat, yeah. So the episode 2 is called The Man in the Straw Hat, written by Mark Jobst. So I think it's all about Buggy's relationship to Shanks, and of course the flashback. And I think it begins with the flashback of Luffy dreaming on the boat while Nami is trying to get the chest open, and then she opened it, and then it's a trap for Buggy. Luffy, Zoro, and Nami find themselves imprisoned on an island overtaken by the deranged clown pirate Buggy. Kobe joins the Marines and proves his mettle. Okay, so we already got Kobe stuff here, and yeah, this will be all around Buggy and the Straw Hat. Episode 3, Tell No Tales, directed by Emma Sullivan. So, Tell No Tales and the Pirates Are Coming are the Usopp story. Luffy, Zoro, and Nami land in Silver Village where they met Usopp, a local who introduces a group to Kaya. A sickly shipyard here is under the care of a trio of overbearing house staff. With the help of Kobe, Vice Admiral Garb, a powerful marine, sets off in search of Luffy. Shipyard Ares, under the care of a trio of overbearing house staff. So, either Usopp is a... No. So, Kaya is the sickly shipyard heiress. And she has a trio of overbearing house staff. So, after Kuro and Mary, who's next? Who am I missing? Okay, the third one definitely dies here. With the help of Kobe, Vice Admiral Garb, a powerful marine, sets off in search of Luffy. Okay. So I really think after the they got the going merry, they will hunted by Garp. So we can get Garp Luffy interaction maybe. Episode 4, The Pirates Are Coming, directed by Emma Sullivan. Again, Luffy, Zoro, and Nami fight their way through Kaya's mansion, which has now become a prison. Usopp enlists the help of Kobe, Helmeppo, and the Marines. Okay. Luffy finally sets the ship off his dream as Garp closes in. So this could be... Spoiler, sorry. Water 7 type situation, where the Marines were present, can't do anything about it, even if they try. I'm confused about it because Garp would be there, but okay. And then, because they helped the Marines, they let them go, essentially. So it's like a Water 7 type situation. And it really would reflect the situation later in Water 7 if we come to it. So it's all coming together. Episode 5, Eat at Barati, directed by Tim Southam, written by Laura Jacquim. Luffy and the gang are tested in their ability to fish together on the high seas. They arrive at Barati, a floating restaurant, where they encounter Sanji, a young chef with a love of fine dining. Oh god. A duel on the docks shocks the group. So yeah, this will be the, in the end, I think, the Mihawk fight. Episode 6, The Chef and the Chore Boy. The group is ambushed by a threat no one saw coming. After a hard-fought battle at Barati, Sanji finally follows his dreams, while another crew member shows their true colors. True colors. The girl with the sawfish tattoo. Okay. The crew comes to the aid of a member in dire need of family. By Joseph Latkia. Is that right? And he wrote the last episode as well. Worst in the East. Worst in the East is referring to Luffy's bounty. In the end, if you saw the anime, read the manga, and a new pirate crew is born, and it revolves around the ending of Along Park and how it's called Lokta. A letter from the One Piece creator Eiichiro Oda. So the live action One Piece. Unseen flurry of reactions after each release of instruments and very effects adapting One Piece left to capture 7 years into white. I think, yeah, this letter we already got. We read that already from Oda, and it said that it didn't include the drawings from Oda. But to put the message of Oda into the release for the press is really awesome. Yeah, this is you can read it on Twitter and everywhere. It's already been released previously. An introduction to One Piece. What is One Piece? Epic Japanese manga, pronounced manga. Written by Eiichiro Oda. Let's go through it. In the legend and trash that Luffy hopes to find so he can succeed for... Okay, yeah, nothing new. But hey, look at this. It's Nami, Zoro, and Luffy, oh my god, in Kaya's mansion on some... See, how is it called in English? I'm really sorry that I know that. So essentially, the thingy things, you know what I mean, that float on water. But okay, next time I see something like that, I want to jump on. Who is Eiichiro Oda? The creator of the One Piece universe, the global success of the series. It's the best-selling manga series of all time. Has made Oda's son one of the most influential authors in the history of the medium. He remains one of the few who've stayed intimately involved with their creation for its entire lifespan. He's an executive producer on the live-action adaptation of One Piece and has been deeply involved with the series showrunners Matt Owens and Steve Maeda. For more general information, click here. So there's even a link on there. Fast facts on One Piece. One Piece was first published in 1996 as 2 one-shot series written by Eiichiro Oda, so these things we already know of. It holds 2 Guinness World Records titles, most copies published for the same comic book author a comic book series by a single author, most copies published for the same manga series. The global popularity of Eiichiro Oda's mythology has since inspired the story to be adapted into an ongoing hit anime series with over 1,000 episodes, over 20 seasons, 15 animated theatrical films, and various video games set within this world. And here some information about the volumes as well. Sold more than 560 million copies across 61 countries. So they hit him with the numbers here. This one you want to remember when you convince someone to watch One Piece. So print it, make a screenshot, print it, and hang it on the wall or something. The world of One Piece. So we see Zoro and Luffy with the tangerines. This should be at Nami. I really think the Nami thing will go on to 2 days. So Nami tries to get Arlong down with the money, away from the village with the money, but he doesn't want to. He keeps the money nonetheless, and then she comes back. It's evening, and it's the help me scene essentially. So I think we'll take day and night cycle, 1 day and night cycle here. And also I love this because it's more realistic to go more slowly, or more playing more with the time and with the feeling of the time, and night scene is always more calm and something like that. So yeah. And here we see the Straw Hats at the bar of tea. Oh, nice look at the table. Or what is this here? Sanshi. So they're all coming together in this scene already. And yeah. The Great Pirate Era. So these are the facts, the world of One Piece, the names and such. So here are the names written down. We already know that Loketown is listed here, the site of Gold Roger's execution. Yeah, it just explains the things we already know that. So, glossary of terms. Berry, the primary form of currency in the East Blue Devil Fruit. Gum Gum eaten by Luffy. Chop Chop eaten by Buggy. Jolly Roger, what the fuck? Transponder snails. Organic living snails that can be used for long distance communication. Sea Kings. Yeah. Conversation with showrunners Matt Owens and Steve Maeda. Done. That's the most skull photo I ever saw of Matt Owens. Matt D. Owens here. Really cool. What's your history with One Piece, and how did you get involved with the One Piece live action? Steve Maeda wasn't familiar when I interviewed for the show, but I read the first 100 chapters very quickly and realized that this was something incredibly special, and that to be interested to play in the sandbox that Eiichiro Oda created was a high honor. So when he got the job, he first read the first chapters, essentially. What is good, because he keeps his view of the 100 chapters within the 100 chapters, and Matt Owens has the job for oversighting it all. I think we haven't heard this, so let's read it. One Piece first came out when I was 10, and it was around that age when I first started getting into manga. For whatever reason, though, it just didn't hit for me when I was a kid, and I didn't pick it up again until I was in my 20s. At the same time, I was going through a really bad bout of depression, and I was trying to find something that could help me shut the world out. So that's when I finally took the dive, and I honestly believe that One Piece saved my life. That's the thing he said in the Reverie, but let's look. It's a story of people caring for people, following your dreams, found family, all of the things I felt I was missing and had to re-evaluate. And it really brought me out of that dark place I was in. I have a very deep emotional connection to this property, and not just for the amazing manga that it is. So I sought this project out in 2017 when I heard that Tomorrow Studios has acquired the rights for a One Piece adaptation. I remember sending an email to all my agents in all caps and that said, I need a meeting on this. And I was a mid-level writer at that point. I didn't know if I would ever have a shot, but I had to try it. And I said as much in my first meeting with Tomorrow Studios. I said, I honestly don't know if this can be done, but I know that I can't sit by and watch someone else make this. You're not going to find anyone in this industry who knows or loves One Piece more than me. I knew it. I knew it was a long shot, but in early 2018, I got the call. Oh, amazing. The brain trust behind Tomorrow Studios first reached out to Eiichiro Oda in 2015 to discuss adapting One Piece. Back in 2015, my then assistant Nick Louis asked me if I was familiar with One Piece. I wasn't, but he was a fan and was adamant that we get the rights to it. Okay, so a fan. So we all owe it to Nick Louis that got Tomorrow Studios to get the rights. So we flew to Japan to meet with Oda. It ended up being quite a long but exciting journey to get him to trust us with his baby, because he hadn't done live action before and was unfamiliar with our process. But we got there. It's been an exhilarating few years, and we're just hugely excited to see this come to fruition after all the time and effort everybody put into this collaboration. One Piece first debuted over 25 years ago. Manga still going strong. What makes this story so enduring and endearing to audiences? Let's go with Maeda first. It's wonderful, inventive first off. It's a world we've never seen before, and I think for anyone who's just discovering it, the first thing they realize is how different it is. Not just from other pirate stories, but from anything else out there. At its core, it harkens back to a simpler way of looking at our differences and overcoming them, all told through the lens of this great uniter in Monkey D. Luffy. He takes the people who have no business being a crew and gets them all to work together. It's about community, it's about family, it's about people leaning in and depending on each other to get the things that they really want, what their hearts desire. That's a really cool summary. I think its longevity from Owens is tied strictly to Oda's creativity and genius in world building. He continues to have ideas for new places and new conflicts that really build this world out more and more. Like Steve said, it's not just a fun pirate adventure series. It's about so many different things. Oppression, information control, self-doubt. There are so many wonderful emotional themes to this that continue to be timely. He just continues to build a world you want to spend time in. Eiichiro Oda on what set One Piece apart from another manga in the 90s. At the time, speaking about one's dreams was considered uncool in the world of manga, as well as in Japanese society. Okay. That's why I drew this manga with characters like Luffy and Zoro, where were not shy about expressing their ultimate goals. And Naruto also played a role in that, to making it more popular, because that's also a straightforward goal in there. Okay. Fans of Oda's are thrilled that he's being so deeply involved with these adaptations. What is it like meeting and collaborating with him? I don't think I've ever been more nervous about anything in my entire life. Oh man, audience. Here was this person who has created my story I told so much love and reference for, and I'm asking him to trust me with this baby. I'm not going to lie, he was tough in the beginning. This wasn't the first attempt a live-action One Piece, and we weren't the first people to try to express in a new way. But I think once he realized we were coming from the right place, trying to protect the series and create a new avenue for even more people to fall in love with it, he started to trust us. When it comes to adaptation, a story as huge as One Piece into an 8-episode season, there are obvious going to some creation concessions for both Oda and yourself. Were there any aspects of the story that Oda didn't want you to change? The two biggest things that Oda wanted to make sure from Owens that we kept as close as possible to the manga were, first, the Straw Hats' backstories, because they're so pivotal to who they are as a people, what their dreams and motivations are, and how Luffy digs into what as he meets them and helps them rediscover those dreams. That the emotional core of the series was very important. And second, the power sets. Specific Devil Fruits powers and other skills sets were all carefully crafted by Oda, and there's already a lot of imagination that he put into what different people can do and what rules are with that. so that was something we were asked not to mess with. Maeda, for us, with one thing we tried to do instead was really instill the sense of optimism, which is persevertive throughout the entire manga, and really try to find that fine line that would make the characters feel real and grounded and organic, but at the same time let them themselves and be the characters as they were drawn. The big thing has to make sure that the Straw Hats had the right introduction, the right screen time, the right explanation for who they were. That being said, anything new to the series had to be discussed very intensively with Oda and his team, like certain storylines that needed to be pulled up, but canonically nothing has changed. And again from Owens, it's not an exaggeration, is that right? How involved he and his team were in this show. They saw outlines, scripts, dailies, cuts. Sometimes he would see something and go, I imagined it like this, which was always incredible to hear. But if he saw something that he had questions about, he would bring it to us. He would explain what the original intent was, and the process became an ever-evolving conversation. Tomorrow's Studios President Becky Clements on the thrill of adapting One Piece live action. So, yeah. I don't want to read that. You can read it for yourself. Given the success of the manga and the anime series, what made you want to undertake the challenge of adapting story? Okay, these are all interview stuff. I really want to dig more into the pictures, so please look into the document to read this, to read all of the interviews. I think that was all with interviews, but yeah, to read the stuff for yourself. We have cast and characters, the Straw Hats, amazing. So there's even more details here. Monkey D. Luffy, Naki Godoy, the larger-than-life eternally optimistic, self-appointed leader of the Straw Hat crew. He's got a good heart, a consistently sunny disposition, and a keen eye for the inherent strengths of those around him. Stubborn to a fault, Luffy is entirely focused on becoming king of the pirates. Nice. So it listed all of the things, and it's a nice photo of him making the thumbs up. Fun fact, for inspiration, Godoy carried around a photo of himself as an 11-year-old while he was on set. I tried to remember what it was like to be in the time of my life where I felt like I could do anything. Oh my god. That's so heartwarming. Oh my god. Aww. So you need to read all of it, but we get with a glance through it. So yeah, this is a nice picture of Luffy. Here we see Luffy trying to get the safe out, that one that they take on the boat later. Here he's fighting with the Marines. Really read the whole articles, please. I won't read out everything here. Roro no Asoro, Makenyu. Fun fact. Let's read the fun facts. While Makenyu did not dye all of his hair green to match Zoro's iconic look, he painted the bottom half on shoot days. The top half was a wig. He did get 3 piercings in his left ear so he could wear Zoro's signature trio of gold earrings. Nice. And we see a close-up of the earrings. It's so good that they gave the press so many information all about the characters and how it should be and stuff. It's really cool. Nami. Did we get an interesting fun fact about Nami here? Emily Rudd has a black belt in karate. Oh, and know how to handle a bow staff. Nami's weapon of choice prior to beginning her stunt training regimen for the series. Nice. Usopp, Jacob Romero. So these look very, very great. Fun fact, Romero says, what the fuck? Surreptitiously took home Usopp's version of the Going Mary's Jolly Roger. Okay. Yeah, he drew it. Sanji, Test Skylar. Where's the fun fact? There's the fun fact. So, did we get a new photo? Let's look. For Usopp, I think not. This is a new photo. So I think this is when she wants to open the safe and it's a trap, and Luffy is trying to hear something too. He always wants to engage and do something. So let's read Tess Scala's fun fact. At the same time of this interview, Tess Scala had jumped out of a plane a total of 316 times. He's an avid surfer, an overall extreme sports enthusiast. He completed an ultramarathon in Cape Town on New Year's Day, 2 days before filming on One Piece resumed after holiday break. Oh my god, okay. Yeah, he trained very hard to get the whole Sanji thing. The Marines. The seafaring protectors of the world's waterways on behalf of the world government. So it's way more text people. Oh, whoa. We got a picture of Kobe and Hanmapo. Kobe, an insecure but earnest Marine recruit who overcomes his self-doubt and his confidence. He's pursuing his dream to be a Marine in parallel with Luffy's pirating goals. Their friendship tests Kobe's naive outlook on the world. Helmeppo, the vain, inept, and spoiled son of Captain Accent Morgan. Initially, his father's status allows him to bully and terrorize others until he's forced to join the Marines to gain some skills and discipline. He's an adversary for Kobe and Luffy. Nice. Captains and villains. So we see Alvida here. Oh, with Barry. Like Wonder Posters. Nice. Then we got Accent Morgan here. Looking great here with the... Looks really great. Then we have Buggy. Peter Garriott as Shanks. And our Mihawk. And listed as Higuma, Don Creek, and Arlong. So no smoker here? What? Okay, maybe they won't spoil anything. Behind the scenes facts about the making of One Piece. Oh, this looks amazing. I think a word that's typically used for adaptations like this is grounded, but One Piece is not a grounded world. It's what makes it wonderful. I prefer tangible. You want to be able to feel that these things, these places, these people can exist. That idea proved that a lot of the crafts. It's why we built so many sets practically. It's why we learned into prosthetics for the fishermen over CGI, because you want everything to feel tangible. You want them to feel real. Yeah. And this is the picture I saw earlier. It's Helmeppo and Kobe at the Barati, maybe when the Straw Hat's already gone, but they bond with each other. I would really love a scene like this. But I don't see them on the Barati while the Straw Hats are there. Yeah, more interview stuff. We see here the camera. And this is at the Barati. Or at a different... Oh, this could be Kaya's place. Yeah, looks like very a collecting place here. And this is Soro Makenyu and Matt D. Owens at the Buggy's place. Costumes. So we see Sanji here. Got Kobe and Mappo next to each other. Oh, and Luffy and Zoro in. Is this for the crew or is this in the show? Nice. Yeah, this could be a shot from the production, not from the... No, it looks like in a show, right? It looks like it would be they're shopping for clothes and stuff. Oh my god! Special effects and prosthetic. Please read all the stuff. Like I said, link in the description. We see Buggy's head here between some legs. Oh my god. Oh my god. And Buggy close to Luffy. That's my new favorite picture here. You see his nose really good. That it's really his nose. Stunts. Wow. Look at this. Look at this. Amazing. And this was all. Yeah, really. Let's end it on this nice picture here. I just want to put it out, let you know all of the stuff. And yeah, click on the link to see the document for yourself. And I'm very excited to see what the One Piece live action will bring. I'm so hyped. And yeah, we have a One Piece live action discussion stream today, the Opla Banquet. So you might want to hop into that to talk about it, about the whole document. And thank you for watching, and let's set sail.